Alright, welcome to the Cosmic Busker. My name's Bobby Codey. Is this the end for Florida? I'm really worried. I was watching a couple hours ago some of these tornadoes and how huge they were and how many they were. And I got a bad vision of what could happen after this Hurricane Milton, hits Florida. It's just about to start hitting now. It's 6 p.m. Wednesday Eastern Standard Time as I record this. So I want to, we can use this as a little educational video on why I'm worried. It's not just something out of the blue. I have deep concerns, and there's a reason I have deep concerns. And so I want to share that with you right now. First, I want to tell you that land has disappeared before. Right off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure Alexandria, Egypt, was founded by Alexander the Great, named in his honor. I'm pretty sure that was lost to the sea. Regardless of that, I'm going to show you real quick. Some of you may be familiar with Doggerland here. Doggerland was lost to memory until we found out that it once existed. It connected Great Britain with Europe. It's since been called Doggerland. There was nobody around that named it Doggerland at the time. It was 8,000 years ago, and it was lost to the sea. They believe a tsunami hit and took out Doggerland. But eventually, all this land was gone from the tsunami and subsequent sea level rise, and now you have this. All this used to be Doggerland, now it's water. So this has happened before. And again, let's take a look at this path. Here's the path of this, courtesy of NBC, I believe. Let's take a look at the path. Here we have Florida sticking down like America's Schwang. We can see that the path of the hurricane, which is they're talking about it being a Category 6, is going right to the center of Florida. Right below that path that you see for the hurricane is the Everglades. That's all water almost anyway, and it's very low-lying area in the middle too. So I'm really concerned that this really could take out Florida and put it all underwater. I'm going to show you why. This is what really made me worry, what's coming up right next. So this tornado, courtesy of Greg Travers, he spotted this driving down. Look at the size of that tornado. I've watched a lot of tornadoes. I've seen a lot of tornadoes. I've never seen one that big, that came out at the top, that huge. That is just insane. I've never seen anything like that in my 55 years that I can remember. And that's not the only one. These are spouting up all over Florida. Used to ones like this. This one I'm going to show you next, it was also recorded in Florida. It's happening right now before the hurricane. All these tornadoes are going off before the hurricane comes in. It's almost like a good bombing before the invasion. You know what I mean? So look at this next one. This is what I'm used to tornadoes looking like. Thin spout like that. But even this one, it's so well formed and big. It's highly unusual to have them of that type of character. Now here's another one. Take a look at this one. Like I said, it's not just one. There's a whole bunch of them. It's like it's taking out Florida before the hurricane. Look at this one.
Y'all look at that big dog.
All of these were recorded today, Wednesday, October 9th.
That shit big as fuck. Look at that big.
Look at the size of that. Watch.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. That's wicked. First time I've seen one in a long time since it's been out of Colorado.
Ferocious. Now, I want to talk, I'm going to go over here, and we're going to take a look at the Florida terrain. I want to look at this and explain why this is so worrisome and give a little detail on this. As you can see here, this is a little encyclopedia page on the terrain. I think it's Wikipedia. I'm not sure where I got it. Might have been from Florida itself, Florida government. But as it says, talking about the Florida terrain, it says that at 345 feet above main sea level, Britton Hill in northern Florida is the lowest known high point of any U.S. state. So Florida is one of the lowest sea level states. I think, matter of fact, I'm almost certain it is. I think only Death Valley in California is lower. So Florida is really low to the ground and capable of flooding often. And in particular, I do know that it has a limestone, I think it is, bedrock underneath it that allows water to come right up. Doesn't hold it. It floods very easily. So as this keeps on saying, much of the state south of Orlando is a low-lying and fairly level. However, some places rise to 50 to 100 feet. Much of central and northern Florida, typically 25 miles or more away from the coastline, features rolling hills and elevations ranging from 100 to 250 feet. That's where my worry is. These tornadoes, that's where all these tornadoes are hitting, a lot of them, that from what I've seen. And I'm afraid they're wiping out all the hills and the high elevation places. So they first and taking out the big heavy places, and then here comes the hurricane to just bury it all in water. It says the most prominent topographic features in the Florida Panhandle is the narrow Sand Ridge. We're not worried about that. Here it is. Much of Florida, it's right here. Much of Florida has an elevation of less than 12 feet, including many populated areas such as Miami and other parts of South Florida are vulnerable to rising sea level associated with climate change. Now, here's where I wanted to, and especially they're going to talk about the Everglades. And there's Everglades right there in the south too. Now, it says 12 feet. The storm surges are supposed to be 15 feet. So if these are only 12 feet above sea level and the storm surges are 15 feet, it's gonna wipe out South Florida. Now, in particular, I just want to show this last map that really is why I'm so worried. All right, here's the map of the Everglades we're going to take a look at. And as you can see, all this green area, that's the Everglades. That's all practically water already, much of South Florida. You have area along the coastlines and the islands at the very bottom that are actually above sea level, but all this green area is just water anyway. And it's just north of this that the hurricane is hitting, although it's going to hit here too. I have no mistake about it. This thing's wide. All of Florida is getting hit. But the center of it is going for central Florida. And right below it is the Everglades. I'm afraid it's going to make all of this one big swampy lagoon. It's just going to all be underwater, especially after tornadoes just tear up all the hills in central Florida. But I'm going to be watching this. I've learned the Florida Department of Transportation has cameras. So I've been using some of the cameras to take a look at what's going on in Florida, because I can get live shots at what's happening in different areas of Florida. I'm going to add 2 recordings that I did of those cameras to this, so you can watch that, see how those cameras work, see what I'm doing with those cameras, and see what you can see, and educate yourself a little bit on what's going on down there. So I'll add this to the end of this video that's coming up now. Thanks for watching. Cameras. These are Florida Department of Transportation live cameras. And I've been trying to find some of them and see what's going on, and just see if I can get a live video of what's literally going on in Florida. And as I'm looking at all these cameras, I noticed something. That in certain areas, there's just none, and there's none in a line, like they're taken out. I'm gonna show you, because of all these tornadoes, I'm wondering if they're out because of the tornadoes. Right there is the one I was looking at. Like, look at all these out in this one area. Boom, 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 boom. I bet you that's area where one of those big tornadoes was hitting. Look, you can see some of another one just went out here, I think, as we're watching. And that's why I'm watching this, because I figure with all these cameras here, as you see them go out one by one, you'll be able to tell who's getting really hit bad. And right now, it's right in the center, which is what you'd expect. Look at all these cameras that are out. Green means they're working, white means they're out. That's right near Tampa. Now I was going, this is St. Petersburg. Now I'm going down towards, I think this should be Naples. There's Cape Coral, Naples, yeah, there's Naples. Wow, all these are out now. They were just on before. All these are out. Naples looks sunny last time I checked. Let's take a look at Naples now. Just 5 minutes ago, it's 2:14 right now, or about 2:10 I was looking at these, and it looked sunny. They were probably looking south. And then I went up a few miles here above Cape Coral, and it was pouring. So let's see what's going on with this. And see, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, not sunny, but there's no rain. Let's try this one. Looks about the same. Yeah. All these are out though. I hope everybody's alright there. Oh, Naples camera. Look how it's shaking. It's about 3:30 at this point. All of the rest of the cameras in that area are out. There's literally maybe 30 or 40 cameras out. There's 2 or 3 video cameras on the highways that are working. And if you look at this, you can see it's shaking. Considerable amount. The rest of them must have been taken out, the cameras. It's the only thing I can think that's going on. See how it's shaking? Really, really, really strong wind, because these cameras they're sturdy on these very sturdy poles. They shouldn't be shaking like that. So if it's shaking, that wind's going strong. And that's why all the rest of the cameras are out. Matter of fact, I'll go right and show right now. Remember, green is on, white is out. All these were green before. Now they're all white. Let's confirm. Yes, usually I can click on and say live video. This is just a picture that they show from, it's always here. It's like a thumbnail, but there's no live video that I can click on. Watch, click back on this green one that's working. Oh, it just went out. The one we were on that I said was shaking just went out as we were watching. Let's see if we can find any green ones here. Here's one. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, see how it says show video? I can click on, it'll show me a video. And this one's on the way out too, it looks like. Wow. Let's see if we can see one. That one might be going out too, it looks like. Let's see if any of them. Yeah, it looks like something's going on there. Wow. All of them are out. They must be getting hit really bad. Yeah, see? See how it's shaking, but you can't see anything? I think it got knocked over. I bet you it was a tornado.